can't wait for a while. I can't wait for you. It doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what we do. Hour by hour, day by day. Your conscience is stronger. I'm on my way. Hour by hour, you move me into different seas. You got it. All the pieces placed, and now you got me in your hand. Now I can't move in your presence, no matter how I try. I've got to get out alive on this plane, hour by hour, day by day. Your conscience is stronger. I'm on my way. Check out this place. I know we've been here before. In an astroplane from Venus, I saw you through the door. Might have been from Egyptology. Might have been the sphere of astrology. Of life before we knew it, as we are. Hour by hour, day by day. Your conscience is stronger. I'm on my way. If you say go, if you say leave, where will I be if I can't be with you? So you want, if you say you're there, how can I be stranded on the boulevard? Give me a ticket, make me wait in line. Give me a reason, I can find some time. In the cold, I was drinking, I was thinking about us. Why we had to yell, why we had to scream. It's not like I feel that you can leave me blue, can leave me blue. Don't leave me blue, I'd be so blue over you. Give me a ticket, make me wait in line. Give me a reason, I can find some time. Give me a conscience and let me decipher what it is to be a man. Give me a reason, give me a conscience, give me your dreams.
let's take a break here and let's get back to it. We got some business there. The matter to try to find the right kind of judge to put about 10 or 15 or 20 custodies, and how to get the stretches of land, the mass of critical life infrastructure refurbished, back on track. Don't want to do that. Don't want you to find out. See? So, and so saying, you guys, every one of you, except for those that didn't and would care not to get too close, or those that did and don't want to talk about it either way, we want to stick it. Laws don't matter. Ryson in the area, Shannon Peterson did it. Tell you never catch us. Never. You take drugs too, Shannon. You're a drug dealer. You're a drug dealer. And no extras, and that's not Earl Scheib. If you want to be considered a custody, okay, well, you're a custody too, and so are they. I'm going to find a good judge for you. And I'll tell you who the custodies are, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, high courts of court. Just let me show you who they are. And we'll get this resolved. Try to get things back on track. And Rigoberto and these local police here, I know you're all the same to a certain degree. It's a dog eat dog. And it's not a dog eat dog ready meal deal. See, I know you know that one better than the other one. Ready meal. Ready meals. Who whoops down who? Yep, so let's go over some of this complaint, some of this information here. So you're going to do some pre-planning right here, but if you want to stick with an inquiry, you could set this up, but you are all, every one of you over there, are never uphold, protect, preserve, defend, bear true faith, and uphold life. None of you do that. You uphold needle in the butt, lie about it. And so I want to press charges, Your Honor, press charges. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen, higher courts of court, omnipotent, supernal, reflector field, platform. Some flying saucers go this way and that way and land and swoop and take you up and then do you bad things. Some flying saucers don't do that. Some are acts of DOD, like an image, in a book you did or didn't read or didn't want to give a consensus or did. But let me tell you, if I could share this before no, you guys maintain a little bit. These guys are really the blowout scenes. We'll get them. Rigoberto and a couple of pitch on the Taliban. Bad sportsmanship there. And pissing all over me and stuff. And I ain't the Taliban. Let me see. It's gonna be a little slow to go, but we're gonna be past these. You're gonna see real right. You're gonna see your reflector field. Reflector field. Not that electric shave. Not to be confused, Your Honor. It's not a laughing matter because, let me point this out. When Sandra Hutchins was way doing over a nebula's worth, star nebula's worth, I don't care, to discuss, and you are very guilty of it too. Right here, the police chief in the area, we'll get you up there to good look. And so what we have to do here is, well, how Steve looks at this, different ways to address, while we can, a super parasite crisis. There's different ways that if you can afford to, have a chair here and try to see if you can make the most out of the table. One of the ways is this right here. When you get older and stuff, you take that to heart. And not knock at the door. I don't know anything about it. Not lies, or October witches, or anything of the such. So, with these tables, as in Moses on the River Nile, that kind of thing also. Now this one, you sound a little tired. Yeah, it's a little late at night. We're going to try to get this not to get too hypersensitive about it. Is get very, very, very alarming in a way. Yes, it is. Depends on if you value your lives. And so there's been some loud outbursts over here. Because Sharon and George Bush, Rick Donor and the thieves of mucho monies. Okay, so keeping a lookout for old Brent Scowcroft back there, like at the forums. I didn't know this was going on. See, that all the while, if Steve ever found out that he was involved in some, that's what the testimony shared. He made you and was involved in something to do with the creation here, but as a bait, see. It wound up turning out to be like bait because Luciferian parasite poop shooters that are so big and invisible in mitochondria-infused DNA, see, you are not mitochondria-infused. They are mitochondria-infused. You are now mitochondria-infused DNA. Not the same. Advantaged. Disadvantaged. Invisible capabilities, more stealth than the others. And if they think that is one, everybody's always got one up that to pass the baton here and do the negotiating over here, town and country. See, again, had Steve and stipulate nice and slowly, where keep him up where we can see him. Stipulate. Had Steve throwing any blows and punches and kicks and I forgot to kill that. You come on, Steve. You must have. No. So Steve didn't. He forgot to do that. So in a world or word, everybody could say everybody made everybody. What are we trying to get to first? First order of protocol. How much time should be spent on a dialogue in a situation of critical life? Beto Rigoberto Jimenez needs to be taken out. This defrocked, castrated, along with 10 or 20 others. I'll help do the shooting. You can't tell people anything unless you're going to do the shooting yourself too. Boom. Russ, you're a bad, bad person. You know that. What's good for the goose, why, and stipulate why that is, and how many you do away still as I speak. At miracle service you're not talking about that keep coming around about because of a wave of the hand or not a wave of the hand. I don't want it to understood, bring back people from the departed, is all that want to fight about it too. That everything to do with, if it was bad enough as it was, psychiatry based on if Steve ever found out Telecare's existence. Can you imagine that? So by acting like you can flee, you're not, let me go get some mail at Marshal Service here. You got about 10 that want to come over here, and I want them, anyone, I didn't hear anything. I want them taken into custody. I want custodies right there. especially Shannon, Jackson Isle companies in on it. You're gonna get some new police here. You got to get new police. You'll do good over here. You like the area. You like the area pretty good. But we want to really do our policing with telepathic impulses of I'd rather aren't having like a Midas touch type of deal as you go down the road. So what we need here is to take a good look at what is missing with the picture. That is, you have a pick and roll situation, a pick and roll. You take a good look at this, pal. I disagree. Somehow Steve the bad guy. I disagree. Nobody left in the whole world, just the company who I wound up calling in, still Steve the bad guy. So, ready meal problems. Ready meal problems, cadaver swallowing. Oh, that's all you seem to be about. And if I ever told you there's a worse threat than that, you're too busy on a ready meal high to be able to deal with it. Now I got things to do, and I got some computing, some all kinds of things. I want to make friends and stuff. Not act like I'm a rowdy weirdo. And I like, people just like any other guy. And so to come up with a pass the baton type of deal and a stipulation to be sure to have faith that you guys can do a better job, move the sensor 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, And something to say about understand word love is not understand word up your butt. That's part about everything to do. Whatever I liked in life, Beto and however, Stan and kind of police are trying to kill. Don't ever understand word love. Ever, lo and behold. And that's Wendy Lindley, too, at your service, and murdering all she did, and continues to plot. That you don't know when enough is enough to not have her and be involved. Police chiefs in the area that are supposed to be liable or responsible, accountable in terms or in stipulations regarding rank and file and responsible parties. The law is the law. Whether I was jacking a beanstalk and I've been murdering out and on my breath too, you want to smell. You're not supposed to do that. And somebody complained and objected, especially rectal insemination. Yes, especially that too. Not just swallowing them down whole. Dissecting them, not either. Just. And so by having a vociferous appetite for a carnivore, you're not really safe around the communities, all of you. And we're not going to have nice people that are polite and easy. So we have to segregate these right here. Or we have to figure out a way to eliminate. Well, we need you to do the thinking. We need you to do the thinking in terms of how to treat. CDC, please. Ding, 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 ding. Multivariable mutations which occur when in a higher ladder of binary and magician type endocrinology, biomolecular reproductivity. When you get hit, as opposed to a human, with a communicable disease, from what I've noticed, it is so bad, you better start running. It's that bad. Oh, it's real bad. So there are antidotes, I would say, would share, I would stipulate. If you're trying to sum it up high and low and get back to work about it. But Beto's got other ideas. And he's always, and Baker's got other ideas. And I need a judge. I don't know anything about it. I didn't hear anything. Whatever it is, do not debrief very, very clearly in a way that however we did stipulate and did debrief before the onset of the last 3 years from which graduation, when further information became available about do every living thing off and giant creatures in the caverns or something. You got a surprise for you. You feel like you're dying. And you go down a dark place. You think your relatives and friends are there to see you all of a sudden, and only to return with a DA trying to pick a bone or a weird thing. And your relatives all being nice. Phony friends, phony relatives. We went over that information. Be aware for those. Be accountable. Don't walk into those sides and sidesmanships. Try to make the most out of it. That sort of thing. And we went over the stipulated pre-planners, the names, like Bob Anderson and Ricky Arroyo and Charles Soper. See, pre-planners. Well, just to circle it as information to collect, to quantify. You know, I was witness just as good as you or them or them. So if I said, I know, I saw, I believe everything you heard it say, 100%, 1,000,000% to one. Some could say that's just as much as the identified as a god at the time divulged to the lot, the mass of 24/7, 365, 26 years or more, an everyday affair. Like Jane's Weekly, you never wanted to know. In mind control, I would never, ever. You knew what I do. So, to come to a consensus of, boom, you're trying to get more men to go against it, see? But you are. And what I need is a breaking point right there, and not the kind of breaking point you got. You're not supposed to look, and don't do General Dunsford like that. I'm going to get upset because we are really supposed to act respectful at all times. And if there's medical indication to take something for it, that's why we have a CDC and medical security clearances too. So to sit here and loathe in it with no certain way of getting out of it, and every living thing, especially the ones that created you, for funny is not a matter at this court. Maybe over to Barry Weisenberg, maybe they got a comedy show or something. So you are all trespassing right now because I did identify it when you nuked the place to smithereens. Lying words, fighting words. Somebody's calling somebody a liar or a bad witness account. More than smithereens. Somebody mad at God and taking it out on Steve. Didn't want to pass the baton and do the work themselves. Or you must have called, you drop kicked, did you drop kick anybody? No, I didn't. See that right there? So nuclear refurbish isn't liked either, is it? Oh, that is fighting words, isn't it? So somebody needs to go back to psychiatric evaluation. Because, did I say nuclear refurbish is not something to joke about? Who needs their head either evaluated to say otherwise, or is just a wannabe lying tongue of, I didn't see and hear anything, walk right up to the door and go boom, 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 and breach security like you never did ever see security breached. That's what you do and did, telecare. You're doing it with them. I say it so. I'm a witness. I'm not going to stand unless you give me some King Midas lacking. Boom! I'm I got really good at this. I mastered pioneering with you. Reflector field technology, you're going to be able to knock down any, but don't let it smolder burn. You're going to be able to do that. This kind of earnest type of ways of exacting contentions and trying to get more situated to protect and uphold the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the betterment of far and in-betweens, so to say. Betterment meaning evolving and not revolving, but revolving too. Evolution-minded, evolute, going up, more percentage than going down, zero positive energies. So by having and not taking custodies and laughing, we got to go get some marshal service and a judge who thinks this is a joke to laugh about. I don't think it's a joke. I don't think you should ask for whoever, however. No such thing as a table. It's where your directory is going down this way. You're supposed to think straight like this. Your mind's like this. Not So you're so busy still breaching security. Oh, what happened to the EU and the U.S. Mint monies? The Treasury monies, the whole lot, almost like all of it. I don't care. I divvied it up and gave it to whoever would go against you, Mr. God. I wanted to hell. I'd listen to Van Impe and all those guys, and bad instead of good. To make bad instead of heaven. You too? Especially this guy. So this gets very dangerous. These guys, ooh, man. And we've been in the business, ready meal. Well, somebody did object, didn't want to be a decoy. Why authority vested in, now I did say nebulas at a time, way many. Just a little fraction, years ago's count, her cruise, Sandra Hutchins, as that would clear me as a witness protection agent as well, security clearance. I wouldn't. So those that are involved in those kind of behaviors, Psych Inside signed, is out and was out doing those kind of murder, degenerate, very, very bad attacks, killing, like you think is funny, and laugh, but you are laughing. And that's contemptuous mockery. Oh, it is contemptuous mockery in my book. And you're nuking us too and laughing. And it would all be hellfire for you to laugh in. Right here and now. every IOU, every receipt book you're going to want to and never want to understood how much money you stole from me personally in my accounts and divvied it up to them not to tell. Sharon did this especially. Neighbors all the way. Right now involved at stands that do the even more so and to kick your butt, trying not to cuss. That defiance right there. Damien too will help. That is what you're looking at in the act. That is why you haven't been up and out. You died. We bring you back. Oh, don't bring us back and when it isn't straightened out. I would say that too. But if it isn't straightened out, you all ended life. Everything we put into it, you did it. And I didn't say I wanted what I wanted. I didn't want Beto went crazy. And you laugh your butt off and think it's funny. And I want to assume excruciating eye for an eye to get back on track. So if you wake up and you're in the detail of it doesn't matter, let's fight about it. We learned together. We shared together. You lied. You didn't hear 24/7, 365, like you're lying. Outright in an oath, too, swear an oath. And so you folks that are going to be veterans at this someday, we get the photo of them with their oaths that are being taken. It weighs a little bit more on the upper bubs. So you tried that instead. You're still trying. Oh, did he get him yet? See, you all have a bad habit togetherly. And they're in denial, so we need to get rid of them all. You can disappear them, something that's not cruel and unusual. I don't ream them and do more detestable quantum than it was ever anything to do with the rehabilitation deal. And that's what you and Beto allowed. I objected. I told you not to do that. And so by acting like this is shit or nothing, I'm going to start cussing. Because velocity and compression and boom! You need to understand it too better. But I say so. I shouldn't be going threatened by these, obviously. No, fight about it. And then to say, like I'm going to say, and I ain't done, opening comments, opening statements, opening arguments, opening close. You're not contesting otherwise and don't have a frames up here to motion. It's a circuit court effort to work a team togetherly. In a team effort or a joint manner of approach. So first table's law was shared and stipulated. No murdering. I'm out. I try to be friendly to you about that, remember? Pay the man, do the work, do a good job. I'm a busy man, do a good job. Next case. But that wasn't good enough. And you stole the monies anyway and divvied it up when they did come. And if they would have said, well, I'm going to put it in if we get caught, then I'll just, but I would have caught you, did catch you. Oh, yeah, that's good to go. I didn't vote for who I did for no reason. What do you want to say over here that you owe me? You know how much money you stole today? You want to laugh? Sam Hassan and Beto. And Bridget and Brigham and Young and Bud, well, if he did, if he didn't, he did. So to play that game, that is what you did, exactly. And more so than I say, I conspired to the fullest extent. Mutiny is what it's called. You want to look at it real good? Yep. No. But you can, I didn't ask you to cycle, take one move, one step, freeze right there, please. You right there and Damien. Got other ideas too. This guy needs to be snapped, taken out. You all do, all of you. All that are against Steve, nuclear refurbished, you didn't like. They don't like nuclear refurbished. They want to fight like a B word I don't want to use. So by stipulating real clear, Shannon and Holmes, telecare, real clear, make no mistake, defaulted on all proprieties because you knew too many times and you lied. You didn't see it, didn't hear it, didn't have any understanding enough. That where'd you just pop up from? And aren't being genuine with Steve about it. Would you like to be a liar about it? But you know you're a liar about it. And who else will lie to you about it? He's in a visual state. Audio, you visualize it to some good degree. Service was restored again, and you're nuking it to smithereens again. That's why I said to kill their ass and kill Beto's ass and Anthony Rikakis' ass. And the F-bomb words I'm going to use for burning me and lighting me up, Charlie Odom's pissing on me. I ain't no Taliban joke. I pissed on that. That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap-ass shot. So you're not supposed to be doing business under the pretense of everything to do with fuck you for it. And that is what you're trying to say. I didn't see any of you did, though. You did stole the money, Bank of America, Bolsa, and Magnolia Branch. Laundering it, divvying it up, laughing at me, us, it, our effort to, you're not an R, obviously, so single yourself out real good to uphold, protect, preserve, get back on track life, which has nothing to do with what you're trying to psych shit at me. And so I save you a lot of money and time and effort and fighting by, unfortunately, subversive stipulations, front lines warfare. It's very unsavory, very, very not nice, and very much a stipulation of a need to take these kind of out, shoot, instead of cuss. See, you are a guilty party in denial, trying to obstruct justice, obstructing, making death threat tries. In fact, you're a warring faction. Caught. What did you just trying to get at? The monies, the EU and especially the U.S. Mint Treasury Circuit Court's involvement. And so are these individuals here, especially this police chief Ricky Robert Arroyo too, and Stan Hassan, and then this embezzling money that was aimed towards our program, even from before Steve knew anything hardly about this divine intervention deal. So, whatever it is, I'm supposed to be exempt, not a football huddle to think different. What kind of poisons you got going here now? Baker needs to be smoked. He wants to, Pink, whoever, however, you want to be smoked also. Because killed, taken out. I used to have to worry about that, take the shot, when I was in training. And you heard it, you lie, you didn't. For nice Israeli generals, nice Ariel Sharon, General Sharon, you lie, you didn't. Police chief said, take the shot. Well, 25, 20 years ago, 22 years, you lie, you didn't either. Change the subject. Nuclear refurbish. You're nuking us now. A jail. Make a jail, Steve. Visualize it so you can go there for it. It's real good. The dust did happen there for a bit. Lying sack of shit over there. Lying sack of ungrateful shit. I don't make murderers to be ungrateful, murdered, lying sacks of manure. And since I don't have guns and you're mad at the Lord and want to murder me and you're not a vernacular to call it a 6% homicide rate, la leche scene, you're like all the way, all of it. Want to fight about it all the way too, fucker. You too, asswipe. Shouldn't be letting him walk away. That's why we needed another security person that can instill the Midas touches of life. Midas touches of, so they can wear it real good, a little better. Instead of ream them and make it worse and do more truly touchable thing. Real bad stuff. That's what Beto did. That's why the subject of I don't have time to arrest you right now, I try to bust your ass right now more so. I'm on another call. You know what? You know the treatment. Remember? Oh yeah, I'm busted. So my billing and that 20 jobs, and I'm not a Johnny 7 gun either. I got very many jobs to do here. And I disagree with whatever I can because in too deep would stand. I'm going to try to lie with Stan. You better go Sager about it and divide right there. You don't have the mentality, nuked, refurbished, and Steve is second in command other than Antzee. And he did a darn good job, too, or else he may not have worked his way up. Got to hand it to him. But by no ways and means is this supposed to be a one-man deal, and it could be very aggravating and very much an invitation. So, if you can't keep your hands to yourself, if you have to make snidely comments, and think you're a judge, and you know who made who, and you tell lies and denial, like insurers doing, it needs to be snapped, you're not to mind. So really this is between me and the insurer because you guys defaulted yourselves. Every time you're too crazy in a cabeza, you need to be taken out of the picture, out of the contending, to fight your way out of it. And you're bad. You don't want General Jennifer's going to get excited, upset, and not know which one is the right way to go with this. Let me go get those guys. Let's go get those guys. So you don't want that. You shouldn't clown around with him. Beto, those guys hustle him, and Charlie does too. Let me be right back.
I can't be with you. Say you want me, so you say you're there. How can I be stranded on this boulevard? Words, if you wanna see me die. Just wait a minute, I've got a lot to do today. Many things to keep me busy. I've got to get out of my bed. Try to wash some dishes, won't you listen? I'm lazy, but I'm busy. I've got a lot of things to do. You can do them with me too, if you'd like to play the game. Oh, look who's on the pages. Love is everywhere. The birds are talking softly. Touch the midnight air. If you say go, if you say leave, where will I be? Red is the color. You showed me too much. I spent all my patience. You know it wasn't enough. Moments of truth, undeniable, spoiling the fruits. Indescribable, yeah. I look in the mirror, incredible, spoiling the Brits. Indescribable, yeah. Again you go out crying, always acting so late. Why do I sit through this movie so many times? Red is the color. You show me too much. I spent all my patience. You know it wasn't enough. I try to be willing and then a bit down. I try to be loving, but you bottom me out. Make me a hero. I'm not wanting to praise. Tomorrow is near. Then it's shoulder the blame. Praise to love. Lomophobia.
You know, when you John Warner and people like that, you should do our inquiry.
Break out. Get free. In a bad street, at your door, back for and they look at her like they never seen her kind around before. They'll try to touch her if you do. You know that she'll be fooling you. Wanna I got 100 thrills, 100 bills, $100 for 100 thrills. I got a hungry mind, and I follow them. Gonna go on the road again. Nowhere fast, and I feel like time is slipping through my head. I'm a one-way man. You drive me away, then you say. You drive me away, then you say. You drive me away, then you say, come closer.
Well, the thing that's funny is it wasn't funny, but Steve never found out that everybody could be a secret left and right argument, and that no, you can't put that. Oh, you can, you can't. So that is the irony on that. But yeah, the pass the baton deal, the high and lows of it, and the need to exercise some way of not being a ready meal society. So those high and lows of where we're at with this, as to not exhibit something to do with a runaway train with no sense of communication as to what is the top of the priority of the nebulas. Well, baton needs to be replaced. And to ask the elder guard and the elder people is kind of disrespectful. It's like milk mom said in a way, especially, using Bob Dole over there and some of these, and these areas of the first place Beto ran to, it was in Don Trump's flaw and Beto together, and it went nuke crazy, as if anybody could beat up a toothpick, Steve, and didn't want to talk, pass the baton. You guys do it. And I'm not trying to be a big glory hog. And so those high and lows of either, it's annoying how long you got to pass the censor, but you're not even close though. And you got Leviathans, boy, big olas on the loose, and trying to associate it with the same ethnicity. And that may be very, very, very indecent, unkind, to say the least. So if anyone thinks that I'm to do this, old bosses, there has got to be something wrong with everything to do with it. I didn't ask you to fight and complain if you don't want to have a pass the baton open arm about it, or thought about, you did 5 times better. I can do better. Let me here's a mic. You do it. See? So heaven, right? Heaven. That's don't not get confused on that. That's simple. So to bypass the arguing, or the arguing to a point of it never was anything like you want to dissolve, see, or you want to say everything to do with nobody should murder Steve. In other words, long and short, that's what you're doing here. I don't feel like being murdered in this ain't a la leche scene. So by saying you need to be taken out, oh, they do, don't they? Yeah, they do. Or suborbitally disappeared. Especially you're quick to take ours. We're last line of defense. So, to say hypothetically enough or not enough, doesn't look like it when you wake up, when you go to sleep, it shrivels up like a little steam thing that come out, but you want to kick them down more instead of run and spend and divvy the money up somewhere else. That's impunity, sir. So you're not to mind if sir, if I try to bill you and just try to settle it this way. At least I can try to get other people to do the talking, because my demerits and your demerits and my anatomy, and I made them. That's right. Congratulations. And the people that came around me too started making them through you. They look like them and look like Anderson, look like me. So either you, I disagree, let's fight. If I'm living, I should be way dead. And if I should be way dead, I liked hibernating, it wasn't that bad. So with Ricky's dick trying to protrude in my rear end, that's nothing to talk about at General Dunsford, see? It's going to get him upset. So I need to find a judge or make a judge or a impression for a judge. But when I told you, ensure they're all like that. All the judges, they all decoy, take every living thing out. You got a lot to learn, so do I. But you can't let them burn, though. So if you ever did anything right or did a good job in anything, you never did, though. But if you did, or if you ever spent as much time doing playing guitar as it is, well, we did put it to it. And so by making sure you have this kind of disbursement, exemption kind of classification, I never, I don't want to be a seize the scene situation. Oh yeah, you do. It's not a good idea, because the longer we put it off, the more and more instances, or less instances, possibilities to get back on track. And that wealth and energies that don't ask whoever, however, to unsell. Unsell. It's called unselling. Stipulation being, get back on track. Pay the man. Replace Beto. Some bullet points like, but they write real good too. They write real good. Replace Beto with a real security, not a ream everything you can, make more tumult and more detestable quantum enumerators of accountability, not even close. And go run amok and say, other ideas. And be sure, if we were going to address, advise, and call attention to, and stipulate what would be some of the bullet points, some of the iotas to, in passing a baton, if you were going to inherit a insurance, public safety resource of some sort, get an extra on a deal. So the sensor, definitely you can't have it parked over here. There's music and this and this and this. An hour a month, 10 minutes every week. Quick opinion on this, that, and the other. So the temptation to ready meal. Solutions for that, how to deal with that. There are quite a few. There'd be quite a few. And that would be a Midas touch, or just deflock and centralize a certain percent, mostly medical. Defrock type of dehumanize not. And don't ask Charlie Odom or maybe a rifle company to shoot straight. Boom, 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 boom. Run, I can run for, So, no, I wouldn't let anybody tell you different. Sure. To keep busy, you just need to aim your bills over here, in that area, and kind of not want to sue everybody all the way, I think. But Sandra Hutchins was singled out, so you need to take Hutchins, replace her. You need to replace Rackauckus, just for standard. Make sure they're not making trouble, and so I can go get them. Did you do it? And you shouldn't be looking over here to undo everything we politely put forward and make a mockery. That's what you want to do, is laugh in our face. And that is what's wrong with this picture. And the insurer are the ones that caused the nuclear fires. Telecare insurer especially, also. Mr. Halleck also. It's not funny to piss and light me on fire with acetylene. I didn't do the thrashing, the punching, the killing. You didn't? No. So by obviously a need, an obligation to never appreciate or never show exercise gratitude or recompense or remorse or recourse, probation over there and phony wit programs. And that is fighting words. That's what you want to see in here. You come over and assault, walk over everything to do with table of law, no murdering, and communication so profound. No murdering? Oh, let me check. Let me make sure I didn't murder. Well, you guys need to be killed, though, see? Because we agreed on many others and proceeded. Yes, we did. Rakakis and Damien need to be killed or replaced. Are you making a try here? Should I value self as others? Are you making General Dunsford nervous? Tit, me, tit, rip, tit. And so trying to finalize this, 10 or 20 detainees or needs to take into custody, including Don, Trump, and then the rest, even if the vice president, and we don't want to, country music and still. He does conservative, you pass the baton, you guys, that kind of stuff. And to aim, and to go big again, back that way about it, go big. Unless you want to force yourself to not go big. And don't give that unless, yeah, did you get him? Look. So you are to, and Howie's needs one in Horn, they obviously want to do county year. I don't know if you want to suspend it or if they get out of it. You're supposed to pay the rent. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. You played that game with us, too. And my money's, too. And we're not talking about millions. Head honcho. That other believable psychs of go either way with it. And somebody is offended, and you're a very, very bad individual. The whole police force, you too, these are very dangerous military persons. They may not look, I know all about it. So, by changing the food and the bread shells, that's what they intimidated you guys to do, because they seem to have a little bit more on their record than you. So I appreciate it if the food shelves don't stop not getting spiked, those bullet points. So you know what I think it's worth, why I do business. what I'm in the business to do. Wouldn't I like to know? So only if up your butt you can have poison as your psych still, Stater Brothers and Chairman. They're all going to say that, but let them get the eye for an eye because you didn't confer and stipulate, and you did a news blackout with beta, a news blackout like you're doing right now in a cowardly display of anybody can beat a toothpick up as big as you guys are compared to me, and I'll lie and laugh and go down, down, down where I deserve. That's how it goes down, though. No, you don't. So it's not really, I'm 3.5 hours of an inquiry sometimes. Don Warner people, not gun people all the way. You know, if we told you something right with this picture right here, you're not going to get mad at Steve for doing an exceptional job. That's too good of a surgical. But commitment. So you actually default again because I shared, stipulated, made it very clear. You murder too much. The table's here. Right here, pal. Don't leave court. Don't come over here, foul play, laughing. If I can be decent enough to act like your mama, very mad. And I disagree. I shoot your ass first. Do I want to know what you want to do? Don't go all the way defying if you don't want me to get upset, if someone to get upset at a retaliation. An excruciating eye for an eye. Might sound like rhetoric. And too much hibernation come back from and not worried about it too. So by asking them to fuck you, and that's why you're in business, and note the time you did, that's written all over your face. It is too. You don't recognize my right to eat, see? And see me coming. So by trying to, without further ado, this situation, you're make a mockery. I'll arrest him when he comes in. I'll help you. To say aid and abet, and to act out an aid and abetment. They did the nuking. Loco in the cabeza, not much in the cabeza. Beto did the nuking too, the most. Just get him is all you know, huh? I take that as very offensive. But I still say General Dunsford, those people, they'll whip you. in a display of corporal remands. I don't say to ream you. And that may not be the general style. So if I was caught doing as bad a thing as you did and Dude did, I need to go shopping and something else without someone stealing my girlfriend and bosses at 20. So terrible. Another bullet point to watch out for. Making sure no one's mitochondria infused tricks. It's so terrible a thing they can't even discuss it. There's way much to lose without, lose isn't even a good word to use. So to assimilate keeps us all working. And I better close this out. Assimilate, conducive, not I disagree. Let me show you how I murder. I'm looking to make trouble. Screw it all. Stuff it down yours. Not stuff it down mine. So anyone and everyone that needs psychiatric help that doesn't understand or want to understand nuclear refurbish everyday affair between me and Antzee, because Beto's on the loose, not Steve. Now, you're wondering if you want to go toe-to-toe, to do 10 rounds of boxing, I don't like fight promoting. Don't fight promote. Different court, different commissioner to commission those kind of. I don't. No. I did food service, 7, 8 years, 6 years. Only if you. So you can do it, and you can do a better job than Steve before you know it, because you got extra energies. Steve, if I did or didn't, objection, we might be able to do better jobs. Definitely no eye in team, one eye. Oh. So if I happen to have to write a pay to the order on demand bearer, and the money's right now stolen, is up in the air a little bit. And so I happen to pass a bill or two of a check or something, and it has a little notation of exempt, a little tiny ting in there to overlook. I would definitely. You were supposed to at least have a police sergeant salary a long time ago talking over me. And how do you take care of a nice gal, Antzee, you'll never make it. And you guys have problems with people exploiting women type assimilation. Your society, our society, yours is our society. Are you sure you don't want to take a swing? No. So by trying to circle you, the baton, pass the baton, and try to put it your responsibility to do the work. So you're going to need about 10 or 20 custodies. So what you need to do is be a good psychiatric double reversal in psychology. Oh, doing a good job. Or I didn't know hardly enough, but enough to smile, friendly, good actors. That is nice. Yep, remember, you don't forget. I didn't forget either. And so Antzee's supposed to be a kabod at 1 or 2 o'clock. And there's way too much work on it. We don't want. You can't cuss in front of those people. Those people, it's just too much. It's just too much. It's just not right. And this is what they do. That's what Manny does to your face. Investor, the other way with it. Him too. Ricky does. And Stan does too. Go that way with it. And this is what they do when they get you. The police are responsible for this in the area, doing this. More bullet points to be careful and brush up on. This police department, in fact, in particular, him and the most wanted criminal they ever around. Him and Connor, he's way worse than Collins. And Beto, in fact. So kill him. Opinion's an opinion. So by not saying anything here, and deserving and needy people and inquiring minds that might want to know how to either emerge, he can get you. I don't want to, that's a whole different game. I'm on another call. So don't pretend, if you would, that I'm not understaffed. You don't know what you're talking about. That's not really a badge. That's a threat because we asked you to do this through Windows. Other ideas, killer written all over yourself. Killer murderer. Get high. That sounds like cheap shot, Steve. You can't say that. Well, you guys are... Take something for it. No, fuck you. Because we want to fight too. Why'd you need extra attention? To shit all over everything just about sized up. To bring a stipulation, all the police got to go around here and get replaced. Frontlines warfare, everybody speaks English too? Accent or not? Like I said, open your cannelloni first. If you're dead close, just uncertain. You don't know the difference? You don't know the difference between murdering and lying about this and nuclear refurbish? Good guys and bad guys. That fuck you, Damien's got an asshole for you. Way too much. Phony family we warned you about. Phony friends. We're trying to make it, but we warned you about that. So shit all over it, right, Baker? And put me in a bad situation in front of the elders. You didn't see this, please. Table's here. Don't walk away and ask somebody to say you're a court of law. Please. So if you're mad at God and gods, don't get mad at Steve. Especially if you're guilty and have no intention of getting yourself fixed up. Like you don't have. Let me try. Star nebulas don't mean a thing. So don't pay whoever, however, to lie about it, or else bluey. You're in the way. Here I am trying to pass the baton to you, and you're making a mockery and a laugh. And fuck you, 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 fuck you. The EU and the Treasury money. Fago. I'm not saying you couldn't kick my ass any day of the week. I'm not going to say you were 62 or not. And people are calling me Fago. Fago, fuck you. Oh, it's Steve. Oh, okay. As a music. All right, later. Did you thrash anybody? No. Come on, you must have punched somebody. No. Did you throw food at the face? Yeah. So exempt doesn't sound pretty under. So I disagree. He needs to turn himself in. Stan needs to turn himself in. Ricky. And we have the transcripts here. You'd like to hear that probably better. Yeah, so we're supposed to have this set up for you. Because I feel like kind of under ranking in a way. I'm to be obedient that way if I could. So you want to have 500, Indy 500 black and white checkered flags. And that kind of, oh, gotcha, affirmative, sir. Place to go, people, busy, busy, busy. Next case. That kind of sound. Again, that kind of sound. Again, that kind of. So then how serious of a compulsion in psychiatry to ready meal or emulsify or play devil and change your invisibilities? That, circle that, circle that, circle that, and put that right over there, right here. Don't come knocking on the door with Mary and doing the worst thing, trying to kill me, lie about everything, all the attention. We took the breath of the operations and operators that want to see it go down again. Call 911. And no record of it. Think that's funny to do? Kill all you can, psycho-bako sidesmanships? And I know I catch you, fruitcake, motherfucker. So when you got a bill for $1,100 a month, you went out and made sure you hired Ricky and Beto, the persons that we asked, the ones that popped every a-hole they could, parasite style, and laughed at us. So that's why you're going to have to be replaced. And I do make a decision not to dwell on, next case. These local officers' involvement need to be replaced. Of those who cannot come forward and bear true faith, truer than keep your hands to yourself. Don't go out murdering. That seems to be that one. Oh, you're kidding. Let me see this. Let me take it in private for a minute, please. And some people don't deserve that. The cemeteries of life and firmaments are not supposed to be taken for granted. I could get good shellacking from somebody or something. And these guys look real good, and those guys look real good on the floor, and they play, oh man, that is way too good assimilation to just, and there's quadrillion, trillion, same as Steve type of deals, that blueprints writing on this, so to speak. And if I said any more, George Bush Sr. will shoot me himself, so I better close it down right there a little bit. Mind and attitude, if you could stipulate that. And some people do deserve to rest it out in hibernation, like we kind of touched on. You're making the wrong decision, though, still. Not really a doctor. I don't say by authority vested in my... Murder all you can, Bluey. You didn't listen when we shared and stipulated you do the work and ask Antzee to move the sensor. Don't blame it on me. I agree. 40, 30 an hour every month, maybe 10 minutes a month. Do you have your windows there? Oh, look, they do good. Phase advancements to going up. What is life to die? Come back from refurbished, from the resurrection, just to die again? Plenty enough to go around as far as work, instead of positive, negative. You better put a marshal service on it, just a judge, just for good measure, before you close it down. So at all times, high and low, long and short of it, do not fall into work with. Always have a camera and a telephone on and observing, and a communication line open in this place right here at all times right now. You need to get that Skype up. Make sure you have a camera, and you could call me, whisper, Stan, get on, man, I got to talk to you. While you're doing your talking thing, always have the TV screen up and the microphone. You got 6 windows there, 7 windows. So we don't all of a sudden lose you. Where did he go? Oh, it ain't around anymore? So just because police don't want to do that, or do want to do that, but tricks of open wide, that's not how we have the courts. So the court has to be a circuit court too, of pass the baton sidesmanship too, and uphold life. If you don't mind, stay out of the way. Witness protection funding for the people that we mentioned, that Joe Perez, and people signing their card, their probation card, what they did to do Dunder. Wendy Lindley, as low as you can ever imagine. That's real low, sir. Americans, about 20, 30. But make sure you get them a little corporal remand so they can, oh. So to stipulate, always make sure Steve is 3,000 above the red. Somebody's mom would probably, I would want to believe, way more at a pass. Do not take away from those areas, please, unless you're doing a 20 times better job. A regular better, obviously. Why to keep the monitors on? So we can get Steve, he's getting weird. I have to replace him. Same with Manny. Manny's real bad too. Man, there's some witches. Whoa, they could turn you into. Whoa, there's quite a few real bad, super black magic. Okay, so I would like to get some rest. Everybody come running over here. We try to go over there. We can't do it because over here's got too much need to murder and nuke. You're nuke crazy. Beto is anatomically an all-in-one. Remember, again. And Ricky's a dick up my butt any way he could put it anyone else's. And if I told you they need to be silently erased, and for some reason, for reminding you again, so you guys got the guns, and the judges don't really got the guns. So, yeah, all right, I'm doing a good job. We'll pick it up. They'll pick it up pretty quick. Not dicking my butt. God, I disagree. Syndrome, symptoms. So the U.S. Treasury's been looted again, and Ricky's on the loose. So you are a Secret Service. Plunder foiler. If they do and did do that, I wouldn't care. That's the message. I don't like gods and acts of gods. I blame it on Steve. Don't go that way. Don't be a chicken stick about it. Everybody can kick my butt. That's all you want to do is murder all the heck you want. Gods don't matter. Never let give a hoot. So don't ask me to try to say real mean things. I want to exemplify gentlemen and pass the baton. Yes, way too much. 27 years almost. So other than that, there's the way. No murdering, doing a job. Take something for it, like these guys don't know how to understand how to do. They sell drugs, do drugs. And get rid of these people in the building if we're going to annex and pay the price for the building or what have us. Chalk it up as a default, because I want to get all rowdy and snipey, and I'm going to need 20 men in here rapid, really fast sometimes. Could happen too. Or relatives, or somebody do it, a phony relatives bought it, did buy it 3 times. In our interest too. If I didn't want to contest it, it was okay to, if he ever found out, to not go the other way with it. 3,000 at all times. Why isn't my phone ringing? Oh, you got a new number. Yeah, it's a and your 597 number is about to go out. You didn't pay the bill. Telecare. Well, you stole our money today again. Looking for a fight to call it. At nuke to smithereens. How terrible? How many times? Thousands and thousands. With anatomical megatonnage combustibility and Fahrenheit or shelf equivalents of very, very, very big stuff. And so by saying, ask not what you can do to absorb like a sponge and loose and fladle your energies until one day, right in the kisser, don't waste your energies, please. Waste. It's terrible to be called a sponge. So Mindy's trying to bump me off all day long. That's all she tries to do is a pick and roll over there. Manny is a real bad person. A serial murderer, abductor. I'll make sure we get this right. And that's, there's more. Did you murder? You did. You would know. So don't psych and stipulate, because I know, screw it. I'm not fit for duty. And by giving these facial moves and especially compression areas, I'll catch you too much. That bluey could happen to you. And then bringing them back when they do get killed gets very fucking old. And you like that guy over there? Yeah, I like it. I like his ass. Yeah, fuck yeah. Only thing I got for you is a bill or a clear shot. You are supposed to know how to diagnose. If I ever found out, deal from a need to get super sized back into conscription and back into their spine and that sort of thing, you would know you're a guilty party that manifests that way, manifested. And saw us bring you back to life. They called me a fucking sucker bait all the fucking way. Not even a little bit either. Now you do had your hand up. Let me be a fuckhead to you about it. They've been real psychiatrists, not one-up control issue, cockroach larvae slaves of Manny's. That's what they got into. Can they be saved? Circle that. Only your insurer knows for sure. I don't know about that. Stipulate there, please. Thank you. So I'm going to drop a dime again. Yes, I am. And do not come over here knocking like you did, Melissa, the other day in 3. And show us your colors. Manny especially, you need to be knowing the difference, Ron, between procreating stars and heavens and planets with nice heifer and nice ladylike companions, and messing it up so anyone will never have women like people again. And that's not what I want to end it on, do I? No, I don't. Okay, there then. So I'm going to let the jury rest my case that you turn yourself in, you murdered too much, you mad at the DOD, don't blame it on Beto got the problem. He's the one doing the nuclear abuse. Bev got the problem. The problem? The obligation, I assume that's what the hell you guys talk with together. Anyway, I have got to not let this run too long. And sometimes more is less. That's what you say. So we'll see you in a bit. You need to turn yourself in and turn it on your own mouthard. Know better. Please, asking. Well, don't follow Kathy or anyone else that you get. Let's fight. I did your old lady. So cheer up. Just turn the radio on, that sort of thing, and if you can get some, say, black sheep rebel friend in between liaisons to quickly go there and quickly go there and go, oh wow, and remember, if it comes down to it, draw a scenario with an alloy lever, you turn it up to 79%, and a density lever over here, and make some fire, so we don't have to write out, firefighting out it. Look, make a film about it. Just put the lever up, the lever down, be funny, friendly, keep your table out there. And so Don's going to have to go, though. We bring him back. Don't bring him back. The devil, they a magic show, magic trick. The news service is in the ship. Very, 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 very Ozzy RN. But I've got to go get my manual, my Starfleet manual, and redefine the laws, the rule book. You can't do that. That's illegal. And if 2 hours isn't an hour and a half, yeah, but you sound tired. Yeah, you're right. All right. And stipulate without any further too much ado. Pay the man. Please get out of the way, Christopher, please, or other. Please do not obstruct justice and cite you or a higher authority. Let's fight about it. Please don't bring back people from the departed to a bad time instead of a good, nice, peaceful, optimistically, euphoristically, seldom is heard, side and sign. At that about face about it, por favor. And without any further ado, because it says you can further, I'm going to give you further ado. All right, you're right. All right, but it's right there, see. So I'm at it, and don't go. I don't know no image. That is where you're making a big mistake right there, because we saw you transcribe and took part in transcribing beforehand all year before too. You too. And no, it did. So I motion that we have super disappearances. I don't really want to hear too much shooting. To put that there, and give them 4 months at a time, like we did with Bob Anderson. Remember? All right. In the next case, if there's no 714, let's make sure we got this number up so you can call right now. It should be on circuit. This room should be monitored right now and be able to talk, and vice versa, receiving. Not a nuclear station receiving. A receiving station, intake, outtake, incoming, outgoing, or where Manischewitz and nice bread, table bread, bakery items. No, not that. Okay, that's about the speed of it. Steve, don't say that, please. All right, I'm too old to party or anything. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, the rest can be on you. You got 10 or 20 of them. Please either turn yourself in, do your time, or stay out the way. And don't leave that table until don't come home for dinner yet. That's got something positive. You do it. Next case.
Lights are bright in the city. It's almost 3 a.m. She's not looking for pity. She really needs a friend. We sat down and talked a while. I bought her a drink. Asked me how my life was going. I really had to think. I wanna know all your private thoughts. I wanna know what you're thinking of. We made love one morning, the best I ever had. I was really falling for this girl in a flat. Told me she had things to do, and I had to leave, but I know love affair about a cool, undaunted lady, and the guy's so debonair. You'll cry, it'll make you cry. She's just another Rembrandt passing by. So sing, she proudly proclaims, she's just another Rembrandt in the rain. When you see her on the movie screen, with a cigarette holder standing there, she looks so serene, writing the foreign movies, loves hitting off lines, the never-ending stories of hideous war crimes. So say, planting fresh bouquets, she's just another Rembrandt in the rain. So say, you can't be allergic to water. She likes to wake up alone. She doesn't want no one to know what she thought about last night. She's like Betty Davis on the screen with a cigarette holder standing there. She is so serene. That's the way the story ends, right in foreign movies. For me and you, let's break the paper. That's a fact that bothers you. And who cares? You're nothing in my eyes. Half the time life is do or die. We want power, stone cold power, sharper release. We want power, stone cold power, call the police. Him or her, them or you, both great people. And that's a fact. If it bothers you, then who cares? Who cares about facts? I've read the paper. You're gonna shout for relief, combusted and disgusted, exploding into flames, black sheep rebels, victimize and blame. Combusted and disgusted, exploding in the flames, black sheep rebels, victimize and blame, shout for release. For me and you, let's break the paper. That's a fact. If it bothers you, then who cares? You're nothing Every finger pointed right at us. Filthy, guilty, delinquent radicals. The sentence always came before the trust. No more being pushed around. I'm not gonna take this. Lying down, the underdog has his day. All the fighting's over. I never thought it would end. The way we care for each other, it seems so different. But now it's gonna change us. We've gone our separate ways. I'm gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna see the light. Silent night. Since we're gone. Silent night. From now on. Silent night. Since we're gone. Silent night. From now on. No more being pushed around. We're not gonna take this. Lying down. The underdog has his day. We want power. Don't go power. Since we're gone. From now on. You care a lot for me. Now seasons come passing, and the coldest winters come. Then I will be relaxing from this day on. Yeah, silent night since we're gone. Silent night from now on. All the fighting's over. She dropped